Besides triple zeros, when did you feel good that this one was kind of over?
Well, I mean, they're able to put points up in a hurry. They've done it all year. So we respected that, and we knew that was coming. The quarterback's a warrior, and they got some receivers that are playmakers, and we've been seeing that on film. So I don't know that. I guess when we stopped them on fourth down, but our defense has stepped up all year, and so I guess at that moment, but can't say enough. I mean, this team has kind of leaned on each other all year. I mean, tonight, they were giving us a fit in the passing game there for a little bit, and our defense and our offense just kept scoring. And can't say enough about the job that they did. Job 6, 5, 11, the O line. Tight end right there, 18. Those guys were hitting off chunks. So kind of put them in a situation where they had to throw, and I don't think you can win like that in high school. I think you got to be able to run the football. So it was. I was proud of these guys. Really was.
When the clock did hit 0, what was your reaction and the emotion you felt, knowing that you just won the state championship?
I learned a long time ago. I think this is the fourth one of these. That you enjoy the process. I'm gonna be honest. I'm a little sad right now because I'm not gonna be able to coach some of these guys anymore. And I'll always be their coach, but it was just a joy. I mean, I know people say stuff like that, but guys like this one here, and the rest of the senior class, they made a commitment in probably before January. It was in December, and they never wavered from it. So I'm just happy that I got to coach them the longest you can, I guess. So winning it is just icing on the cake. I'm not gonna lie. Winning one's a whole lot better than losing one. I'm happy for these guys, and I want to congratulate Cal Run. They had a really good run. I know that that's something that they're doing for the first time. I've been there. So I'm sure they'll be back.
So, Coach, this is for you and Harry. Tonight, Harry broke Adam Morgan, who is another Dinwiddie great, broke his single season touchdown accounted for record for Metro Richmond. So he needed 2 to tie, 3 to break. He had 6. So I think it puts him at 60 this year total touchdowns accounted for. What's that like to coach 2 guys like that who've been so integral to your program, and one led you to a championship today? But just talk to us a little bit about what that means for you, and then you can answer as well, Harry, after your coach.
Look, those 2 guys are both warriors. You want a guy that you can hand the keys to. We first meeting of the year, I show him the Lamborghini. I said, this is our program. I said, I'm putting the keys in your hand, and I'm trusting you to get it done. And we work all year from January until now. Probably spend more time together in the off season than we do in season, because I start coaching these linebackers a little bit more. But I trust him, and Harry, nobody knew it, but he beat up. I mean, he got rolled up pretty bad last week in that game, out there in that mud, and he was hobbling around, and for him to gut it out like he did, and to go out there and play, it just makes it all the more the right decision to hand him those keys. And I trust him with the program, and neither one of those guys let me down. There's times that we needed him to kind of put it on his back and go. I mean, Hanover, you think about that game, and then the King George game. we were just snapping him the ball back there. There wasn't no question what we were going to do. And, you know, he came through every time. So nobody's more deserving than he is. I'm tickled to death that I get to coach him a couple more years, you know, but he's a true warrior, and he's going to do a whole lot for this program, and I'm just really proud of him.
Harry?
It means a lot. Like, told the seniors, I'm not supposed to say it, but I cussed the sophomore out at the beginning of the season. I was like, you would not sell any of my senior seasons. It won't happen. And I wouldn't let it happen. I wasn't ever going to let it happen. But it just means a lot. I don't really got a lot of words, so speechless.
Fair enough.
Could you talk a little bit about the game, though? You know, they stopped you on the first drive, but after that, it was pretty. You guys scored really fast. It seemed like you're using the whole field on your runs, and everything seemed to click.
We just had to get a feel for him. First drive wasn't really anything that we did bad. It was just we had to get a feel for him, basically, pretty much.
He came off that field, though, right after that series, and he said, guys, we're fine. We're going to be fine. And, you know, there was never a panic in his voice, and I knew, I've heard that voice before, so I knew we were too. You know, it's just a matter of finding the holes in what they were doing out there. He did a great job with that. You know, some people say he can't throw. I don't know how much he threw, but it was a lot, you know. So,
They didn't seem prepared for where you'd run up the line of scrimmage and play real fast. Is that a normal protocol, or was that different?
we put that in last week, you know, and you know, because of what Warwick was doing defensively, trying to match up with certain guys, we're trying to keep them off balance with that, and it gives us a chance. Sometimes the officials let us play as fast as we want to, and sometimes they slow it down, but that allows us to really play with a really fast tempo. So, you know, it's something that we'll continue to do.
So, Coach, I mean, there was a lot of times where I just felt like in the game, I mean, you guys were wide open down the field. I mean, they couldn't match you coverage-wise, and you guys burned them deep. I mean, what were your coordinators up top? What were you guys seeing, you know, to let you guys kind of go that route? Because, I mean, typically you guys are trying to ground it out on people. I mean, you're more run first, but you guys had a lot of opportunities to go down the field, and you were successful.
Well, we got, you know, I thought our receivers matched up pretty good. 11 sent word to me down there, and he had his guys. So, you know, when we bunch it in like that, we run little bunch sets. You know, people are expecting us to run, and they've got to honor it. I mean, it kind of makes it difficult defensively to, you know, you kind of really have to look out for 6 and look out for 5, and then, you know, sometimes you got to put an extra guy in the box. Puts it on our receivers, and you know, we tell them all the time when they do that, it's time for you to step up. And you know, Harry did a great job of finding that open guy down the field, and he's got such a quick release. You know, so really saw the field real well. He had people wide open. They were struggling with when we switched guys in the bunch set, and you know, there was a couple of times they were wide open, and we kind of felt like watching them on film that could be the case. You know, and you know, those guys are kind of on the island. Our O-line, I don't think, you know, you got touched throwing the football.
No.
You know, so Coach Davis, Coach Lucy did incredible with our protection. You know, Coach Coles got those receivers stacking and getting open and doing real well. I mean, my coaching staff is incredible. You know, wouldn't trade them for the world.
Defensively, they couldn't do anything on the ground, especially early in the game when it was still a close game. What were you guys doing defensively that was able to shut them down so well, and how did that really set the tone for you guys early in the game?
We ran base. I mean, that's. I mean, I get people ask me this stuff all the time. An older coach was doing the King George game, and I told him we were in a 3-man front. He was doing the the video. He was doing the talking for the video, color. Well, I don't know the word for it, but I told him we was in 3-man front. He's like, "Well, you're not going to be there, you know, when the ball snapped, though, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, we got incredible linebackers and a crazy nose guard that's all over the field and just makes plays. And you know, he really makes you account for him. And there have been times that he's had 2, maybe 3 guys blocking him. And he's not bigger than anything, but he just makes plays. And really, the only people that had any success against him didn't block him at all. They just let him take himself out of the play. So those guys, my outside backer, 16 here, 23, and then our secondary. I mean, 17's locked them down all year. 11's locked them down all year. When you got 2 corners like these guys, then you can do a lot of stuff in the box to kind of take away what they're trying to do. You kind of have that luxury. So really, I mean, honestly, all we did was run base, and nobody's ran on us all year. We've got to give up a couple of big plays here and there, but I think we were giving up 1.9 yards a carry, very little. So these guys have done a tremendous job.
So, Coach, who's coming back next year? I know Raphael's back.
Raphael,
back.
6.
Is Chris back?
18.
I know you by numbers, and you guys are covered up, so I can't see them. But how many of these guys are back besides these 2?
2, 3 of them.
Okay. So how do you guys build? What's the work going to look like for you guys to get back here next year?
What I tell you guys, it's like making spaghetti, right? What kind of ingredients you got? So we'll kind of see who's going to fill this role, fill that role. I mean, we definitely got some big shoes to fill with 2 of these linebackers, but I got one back that could have easily been Defensive Player of the Year as well. He'll anchor that defense. We got one of the DNs back, got the nose guard back. We got one guy in the secondary. So I'd say right 4 or 5 guys on defense maybe. Offensively, we got 2 linemen back and 1 receiver, but 2 receivers. Yeah. So I mean, it'll be the next man up. Our middle school team just won the CQL, went 12-0. Just won the Super Bowl this morning. We'll give them a big shout out. And our minor team lost in the Super Bowl. So, and the one in between, they won it last year. So it's just, we'll be next man up. And there's guys on that offensive line that if you'd have told me 2 years ago they'd be starting at O-line as a senior, I probably would have questioned it, But I got, like I said, my O-line coaches make it happen, and those guys, Brian James, help me out here, Max Dominguez, Kenny Bland, Solomon, Wright, and Colin Jackson. Of course, Colin's going to be hard. I mean, you don't find too many 6'6", 325 guy dudes walking around. So he's going to be. I don't know if we can fill his shoes at all. We had to, but we'll figure it out. Our motto, the first sign you look at when you walk in the door is find a way, and we'll do it again. We'll find a way. We'll go out there and compete. Our schedule's going to be a dog next year. I mean, it's we play Maury second game, and then everybody else is the same. So it ain't gonna get easier, but that's what we want. We want that competition. So we'll see. We had 45 was a JV basketball player last year. He didn't play football, and he came out and just worked his tail off and found him a role out there on the field. So there'll probably be a couple of guys like that, and then we got some guys on the JV that'll hopefully step up and be ready to go.
To the seniors, talk about the hard work it took to get here and the fact that you're not going to have Coach with you on Monday.
Well, I feel like it's not going to be hard. Coach Mills, he taught us how to get through a lot, how to fight through adversity. So I feel like it's gonna be easy for us. And
I get to coach you one more week.
yeah.
They're gonna see me all the time. I mean, you saw all those guys out there. I mean, even going back to 2008. You know, these are my boys. You know, I love them, and they'll always be family.
I have a question for Christian. On the interception, it looked like you came from covering the outside receiver and broke to jump the guy on the inside. Can you talk about what happened on that play, what you saw, how you were able to read it and get a good jump on that ball?
We was gonna cover 3. I just saw the ball, made a play. I wanted to score bad, but I couldn't get there. I was doing everything. I couldn't get it.
This one's for Trey. You know, you've been the leader of the defense the last couple of years, Region Player of the Year, defensively. Maybe could be ended up as the State Player of the Year. We'll see in a couple of weeks. But you know, talk to us about leading this defense the last couple of years, and you know how you've gotten your guys to rally around and buy into the system.
I wouldn't call myself the leader, really. We all lead ourselves. The whole we all pick each other up and get it done. That's all I really gotta say.
Man, a few words.
Hey, if you want somebody to talk, you better talk to these two. Don't ask Ralph anything. Ralph made some surprises. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, talk about your day, Raphael, and what you saw that went well.
Man, it's really just the O-line. It was getting a great push, making it easy for me to find my holes, just trusting what I could do, and it was just great. It was fun.
Good job, baby.
And could you just give me a quick comment, Coach, on what makes Dinwiddie County football so special? You know, you're a one high school county, but you've had a lot of success over the years. Is that an advantage, or why has it worked out so well for you down at Dinwiddie?
That's through we just kept at it. It didn't start out that way. I think they were 4-35, something like that, before we got there. And we didn't do much after that first year, but just hugged Adam Morgan out there. Adam Morgan was a starting quarterback as a freshman out there that year to win 1-9, and we had a bunch of freshmen that kept fighting, and they started to believe. And I mean, you saw me hug Miss Pittman out there. Miss Pittman made me believe it could happen. And, I'm going to be honest, when I went into that school to interview, I was basically just going to do the interview and that would be it. I didn't plan on going. And she made me want that job when I walked out of there. And, she's done nothing but support us all through her principalship and now on the school board. And I mean, I got a weightlifting class, and most of these guys are in it. In the morning, we'll hear somebody rustling out there at 8:30. Miss Pippin in there getting snacks. She's done been to the grocery store. She's got food in there for them, and our whole county. I mean, the way they turned out today. I mean, there's so much food in that field house right now. I don't know that we can ever eat it all. And I mean, when we walked out of there, everybody in the county was there. And then, we had one of our players' moms graduated from college this morning, went and watched her youngest son or her second youngest son play in the Super Bowl, and then drove all the way up here to watch her oldest son, who's a freshman on our team. I mean, that's just the kind of commitment we got from the whole community. And I mean, if you've ever been to a game at Dinwiddie, you know what I'm talking about. They take great pride in their county, and that's been a process. We didn't start out, but like I said, those freshmen got us in the state championship for the first time in 2008, and then it's just continued from there. And these guys, I remember when this guy was on the middle school team as a 6th grader, wearing number 55 in a big old jersey playing left guard, you know, still playing defensive end, you know, and, you know, you know, a lot of these guys I've known since they were in flag football. You know, I'm gonna have to go tell his mom she's gonna have to have some more kids. You know, I coached his older brother, I coached him. You know, I mean, it's just a really special place that over time has grown to be that way. And, you know, now they're relentless now. I mean, I'll go to the store tomorrow and they'll be asking me about next year right now and what we're going to do and how many games we're going to win next year. I mean, they want, you know, but that's what I wanted when I came there. Now, one county town, you know, where every kid that is born in Dinwiddie County has a chance to be a football player for the Generals. And, you know, that's kept me there forever, you know, and I've never lived anywhere 17 years. And you know, it's home now. So, you know, I'm proud, you know, I'm proud of these guys and look forward to coaching them. You know, we'll enjoy this, we'll celebrate a little bit and be ready to roll, you know, in January, get going again.
I'm good.
I'm good. Thanks, Coach.